Survivor from Scrappy Mania, and today I want to show you 4 ways that you can use this punch. So one of the things I try to do in all my videos is trying to kind of look what's the trend out there and then use the products that I already have in order to reproduce that trend. So with the scallop punch, I'm going to show you 4 things that you can do with this scallop punch. One of the things I want to show you is you can create cute little journaling spots. And the only thing for what you need for this basically is just a stamp that have lines, or you can even do the lines yourself. But you can, if you have a stamp that does the line, that's even better. And this one is a Stampin' Up! Stamp that I got years ago, and it was called Just Journaling. And the idea that for this, I got it because with this journaling stamp, you get templates with the stamp, and what its design is, with these templates, you put it on the paper, you stamp, and it makes lines. So I want to kind of do the same thing using my scallop punch. So this is perfect for like to put the date, who is there, you know. These are great for when you don't want to write a whole history about the pictures. You basically just want to put in a couple of details so that way you don't forget when those pictures were taken and who was in the pictures. So let me show you how to do this. So you'll need 2 scallops for this at the beginning. Then you just need 1. Because you'll need 2 scallops. You need 1 scallop. You're going to cut the middle part out into a circle. And then the other scallop is what you're going to need in order to stamp. So I'm going to take my scallop, I'm going to place it on a piece of scratch paper, and then I'm going to place my other scallop. I'm going to head and place it on top of that one and put it on the paper. Then I'm going to take my stamp, I'm going to take some ink. I'm using just regular black ink. Stamp, ink your pad, ink your stamp very well. Then turn it over and press. Okay, and lift up. And there you have perfect little stamp area. Then take some distressing ink if you like, in order to give some definition on the edges, and go around the scallop, and there you have. So there you have nice little journaling spots for your layouts. The next technique I want to show you is how to create a roll flower like this one. So you can use it plain, or you can use it to put it on top of a flower, and I have them on top of the flower, but you can also use it plain. Now, don't lose this. You can always save this for later, so I'm going to just save this template and put it in my box for later. Okay, so now I'm going to take a scallop. You're going to need a pair of scissors, and then you're going to cut, either you can cut between every 2 scallops like I have here, or you can cut on every scallop like I have here. So let me show you on every scallop, and I like the every scallop, it looks a little better. So in between every scallop, you're gonna go make a slit like I'm showing you here. Okay. Then you're going to take this and some kind of padding. So a mouse pad will work, or you can use a push pad like I have here. You need a stylus, and then you're going to go ahead and kind of emboss, or just go around the edges of each petal and just push it down, like what I'm showing you here. Then when turn it over, in there. And so now you have a simple little flower. You can put a center, any kind of center in there. You can put a bead or anything in there. One simple little flower. Now I'm going to show you how to create one that's layered. I already have some. For this project you're going to need a scallop, and I also am using a regular flower punch because I want to make it like this one that has like dimension, a different flower in the middle. And then you're going to need another scallop in order to make the little rosette there. So let me show you how to do this. So you're going to take one of your flowers, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of ink the edges. Before you start cutting into your flower and making the designs, make sure you ink them, stamp them, or do whatever you need to do with them. So I'm going to make sure I color them very well. Same thing with the one you're going to cut to make your spiral. It looks a lot better if you ink it prior than making your flower. Okay, so I'm done with inking. Now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut. Now this one, let me do every other so you can see the difference. It's going to go every other petal. Make a small slit. So now I'm done. Then you're going to take your stylus and you're going to just go around each petal and pull in. Go around each petal and pull in. Go around each petal and pull in. Then turn it over and go dip in the middle. So now you created that kind of flower. Now put that aside. Get your other flower, and then this one I also, one other technique I use, I also like to slit it kind of onto the middle. It gives a little more dimension. Then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to roll, you're going to go around the edges of your petal with your stylus and then pull it in. And then dip in the center. Okay, so now put that aside. Now we're going to take, and let me see if I can bring you closer to me. So I'm going to adjust the camera. Now you're going to take this one and you're going to go make a spiral. And the thinner you make the spiral, the thinner will be the flower. And then you're going to leave a little area to put your glue. So I left a little area for my glue right in there. Then you're going to take either a quilling tool. I'm going to do my tweezers. I'm going to show you how to use tweezers. And these are spring activated, so they're a little better if you're having issues with twirling your spiral. And just twirl it around. You see me doing it here. Okay, when you're at the end, you're going to go ahead, pull it out and let it unravel a little. You can control the spiral, let it unravel a little. Now you're going to put some glue, so I'm going to go ahead and use some real tacky glue. I'm going to put enough in the center and hold it down, and while you're holding it down, you can go ahead and push the petals outwards, like I'm doing here, and just hold it down and push the petals outward. Okay, Once you do that, then I want to put a bead in the center, and I want to put a little pearl. And I'm going to take a medium pearl, size pearl. Put a little more glue in the center. And then I'm going to drop my pearl. And push it down. And it will dry nice and clear. And then now I'm ready to assemble my flower. Yep. It helps if I take off the cap. Okay. You can use hot glue if you like for this. Or you can use regular glue. And there you have it. So there's a nice cute little flower by using your scallop punch, and just one extra punch. Now you can make it all scallops. Like this one was all scallops, so this is a scallop and the middle part is a scallop. So that's another look that you can have. Or you can use two different flowers. This is two different flowers, 5-petal flower with a scallop punch in the middle as a rosette. Okay, so the next technique I want to show you, this is the best of all that I like, is these little tabs. Anna Griffin has a tab that looks just like that. And I have not seen it in the stores, and I did not purchase it when I saw it. But a lot of times I like to just use what I have and try to reproduce whatever item out on the market. So I want to reproduce this tab. So I take a scallop, and then I want to make sure that the midpoint of my tab will be a scallop. It depends how you fold it. Your midpoint might be like this one, which is in between, or it could be like this one. The midpoint is here. Okay. So I want that midpoint to be one scallop, so I'm going to make sure when I fold it that I fold it that the middle part is a whole scallop. And then use your bone folder to kind of press it down. So you have something like that. Now if you saw one of my tutorials, this was another idea you can use. This is for a banner. So you can take your string, you can put this in the middle and then press it down, and there you have a banner. So that's another idea you can use with your scallop. So but for this one we're going to create a tab, and let me clean my hands. I've been doing a lot of projects today, and my hands are really inky. Okay, make sure I dry it. So you're going to take your half scallop, take your scissors, and then you want to cut. I'm going to leave these three. I want 3 intact, and then I want to cut in between this scallop and in between this scallop. So I'm going to go put my scissors in between that scallop and then cut upward like so. Turn it around, do the same thing here. Put my scissors, so I got 1, 2, 3, my scissors in between this scallop, and cut up. So there you have it. If you want, you can make it thinner. So if you want the top part to be a little thinner, you can go ahead and do that. And I can do it, make it a little thinner. And there, I'm happy with that. So the next thing you can do is just get your miniature stamps. If you want to create a background, you can always stamp it with a background image like this one, a background stamp, and then you can create a nice little tab which is with this background on there. but I actually want to create a tab with a flower, so I'm going to go ahead, and actually this one's going to be butterfly. So I'm going to take my butterfly, I'm going to use StazOn, because I'm going to use some watercolor pencils and a blending tool. So I'm going to use StazOn, stamp it down, so there, turn it around, and stamp the back. I can either stamp it with the same image, or I can have a different image. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my color pencils, and the color pencils that I'm using are these Prisma color watercolor pencils, and I got the 12. And I also have this blending tool. It's called Memory Blender by Marvy, and that's what I'm going to use instead of water. I'm going to use the blending tool, but you can use a water as well. For this one, I'm going to use yellow and dark blue, and I'm just going to color the edges slightly, and then the yellow will be the middle part. Turn it over, do the same thing. Okay, now I'm ready for my blending tool. Make sure you can clean your tip by just dragging the tip on a piece of cardstock, and that will clean your tip of any color. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend my yellow, turn it over. And then the yellow. And you see a little gradation of the blue, and then it becomes green and then yellow. So I really like that look. You see it there? So now the next thing I want to do, because I want to give it a little more definition, so I'm going to ink the edges with some distressing ink. And this is Vintage Photo. Okay, so now I'm ready to put this onto my tag. So I'm going to bring a tag over, and I'm going to use it on here on this one. Go ahead and open it up, and take any type of liquid glue, stick glue, whatever you want, it'll be fine. And put your tag, turn it over, place your tag like right on this side down. You can adjust it and then push down. Okay, so there, it's one tag. I'm going to go ahead and put a tag on this one. Going to do the same, turn it up, put some glue. And there you have it. So there, nice little unique tag. And so with one punch I was able to create a flower with a 2-petal flower. I was able to create another flower just cutting in between each petal. I was able to create a rosette. I was able to create a tab, and you can also use it to create banners, which if you see one of my tutorials, I show you how to fold it over and use this for banners for a nice little layout. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Oh, and I forgot. you can create a journaling area. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little different ways of using one scallop punch. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Come back to see me for some more. Thank you. Bye.